After a 14-hour flight to Hong Kong, followed by a 3-hour flight to the mainland, you are now in the city of Xi'an, the home of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. Shi Huang means first emperor. The city is surrounded by one of the oldest and best preserved city walls in China. It is 8.5 miles long, and with all the traffic in the city, it is the safest place to ride a bicycle. Xi'an is one of the oldest capitals of the world, along with Athens, Rome, and Cairo. It was an important part of the Silk Road, connecting the trade routes between the East and West. It was the start of globalization. Emperor Qin united the 7 warring states of what is now known as China. During his terrifying reign for 49 years, thousands of men died, building the Great Wall and defending his empire from the Mongols. To protect him in the afterlife, over a span of 36 years, Emperor Qin had 8,000 clay soldiers built, similar to the ones that you see in this factory in Xi'an. The TerraCotta Warriors are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The bravest of the Qin soldiers were chosen as models, and sculptors were sent to the battlefront to take molds of soldiers' faces. Each face and head is unique. 3D computer models of the statues' ears showed that they were all unique, like fingerprints. The bodies were sculpted from molds. The clay soldiers are arranged in battle formation to protect his tomb. There are 3 pits at the museum. The 3 pits hold 8,000 life-size statues of archers, infantry soldiers, horse-drawn chariots, officers, generals, and acrobats. The knots on the warriors' heads identify each warrior's position in the army. The soldiers were originally laid out to protect the tomb from invaders to the east. This is where the states that Emperor Qin conquered are located. The uncovered pits are arranged in battle formations around Emperor Qin's tomb, protecting him in his afterlife. Work in Pit 2 was halted for a long time because the paint on the figures disappeared after being uncovered. There are museum displays in Xi'an and ones that travel around the world that show the best preserved terracotta statues. Originally, the warriors were painted with bright colors, but now the figures have become gray after exposure to the air. The humidity, temperature, the breath of tourists have led to 9 different kinds of mold growing on the unearthed statues in the pits. The pollution from the coal-burning plants in China are also causing the soldiers to decay. The statues in Pit number 2 are some of the best preserved. Statues in Pit 1 and Pit 2 are being uncovered by UNESCO archaeologists. The uncovered figures are wrapped in cling film, they're labeled with numbers, and they're put together. The cling film is there to protect them from the dry Xi'an air. Digital scanning is used to record the colors before they fade away. Less than 5 years after Emperor Qin's death, the tomb was looted by peasants. The bronze weapons were stolen, fire was set, and the warriors were smashed. The visitors to the site can actually see the UNESCO archaeologists working on the warriors. The broken pieces of each warrior is collected and it's painstakingly put together. To preserve the authenticity of the remains, missing pieces on warriors are not created and replaced. So you will see that many warriors are missing parts of their bodies, and many of them are missing their heads. The Emperor's tomb is yet to be excavated. There are many legends surrounding the TerraCotta Warriors. The tour guides will tell you that one of those legends is there were rivers of mercury in the Emperor's tomb. The mercury levels of the soil have been tested around his tomb and have been found to be substantially high. Other legends that the tour guides will tell you are that the sculptors were working under brutal conditions for Emperor Qin. If a sculptor built a terracotta warrior and a finger fell off, Emperor Qin would have that sculptor's finger removed. It's hard to verify these legends, but they're there. The TerraCotta Warriors are one of the best archaeological sites preserved in China. During the Cultural Revolution movement, Chairman Mao did not have them destroyed. This was because Mao often compared himself to Emperor Qin and emulated his type of command over his armies and his people.